guys, it's Justine, but you can call me Blondie. For today's video, I'm going to be trying out the Huda New Nudes palette. My husband got this for me for Christmas, and so I'm going to do like a little first impressions. It's not a true first impressions because I have swatched this many times in Sephora, but I'm just so excited to finally use these shadows. They are just so beautiful, and I already know that they like are super creamy and just amazing because like I said, I've swatched them tons of times, so it's not a true first impressions, but I'm gonna go ahead and just do a little get ready with me using this. Also, excuse my eyebrows, I used the Anastasia dip brow to do them today for the first time ever. I've always been a brow-wiz type of girl, but today I used the dip brow and I am still getting used to how I used it, and I made them a bit too dark. But I'm going to zoom you guys in so we can play around with this palette. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this concealer shade right here. This palette has one little concealer on here, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. Part of me is thinking like this is convenient to have the concealer right there with you on the eyeshadow palette. Then part of me is also thinking like that could have been a spot for another color shadow when I'm doing my makeup. And I think when most people do their makeup, they most likely already have a concealer on them to prep their lid. And, you know, if they're going to do a cut crease, they have it there for a cut crease too. I'm going to use my finger to blend that a little bit. It actually feels like a very sticky concealer. And it's very, like, not super full coverage. I wonder if I use my finger if it'll be. No, it's still, like, not super full coverage. So it might not be the best for a cut crease, actually. But it is super sticky, which is good for doing eyeshadow. And now I'm going to go ahead and set that with the color Play, which is this pinky shade right here. I love doing like pink eyeshadow looks, which is why I was so excited when I saw that Huda came out with this palette. No other Huda palettes have really spoken to me. There haven't been any other Huda palettes that I've really like fallen in love with, but as soon as I saw this one, I knew like it's the perfect mix of like nudes and pinks and glitter, which are what I use most often when I do my makeup. This is also the most expensive palette I own. This palette retails for $65. And my next expensive palette is the Jaclyn Hill Bolt, which is like all four, because I purchased all four palettes together for $50. That's my next expensive palette, and I'm not even sure that counts because it's like 4 palettes for $50. I think after that is probably the normal Jaclyn Hill palette, which I think is $38. So now that I have that, I think I'm going to take this shade Tickled right here and put that in the crease to start building. I'm just going to slowly start building some color into my crease. Oh, look at that pigment! This is such a pretty shade of pink too. I think this palette would be, this video is pre-filmed because it's currently actually the beginning of January, but I'm moving in February, so I am pre-filming a bunch of videos for when I move. So I don't know if this video is going up before or after Valentine's Day, but I feel like this would be, or would have been, depending when this video goes up, a good palette for Valentine's Day. And I'm just using the mirror on this palette. This is a giant mirror, which is so convenient because I have so many palettes that don't have mirrors. And you never realize how inconvenient it is until you go to do your makeup and then you sit down and you don't have a big mirror with you. And that blended so effortlessly, and there's literally zero fallout, which even most of my higher end palettes, which like I said, I don't have a ton of high end palettes. I have like a Tarte palette, a Too Faced, I I think those are like my two higher end palettes. I have a Lime Crime, and even those ones have fallout, and this one doesn't. Like, there's none whatsoever. That's crazy. And fallout doesn't usually bug me because I just wipe it away. But, you know, I'm just used to it. Next, I'm going to take this shade right here. It is called Spanked. All of these names are like sexy names too. Like there's Bear, Lace, Tickle, Excite, Infatuated, Kinky. I'm going to put that on the outer edge and just blend that. Then I think I'm going to do my under eye before I do glitter. So I'm just going to take a little brush and I'm going to take that light pink shade, Tickle again, and do that on my under eye. Oh my goodness, that goes on so effortlessly. And then I'm going to go on with Spanked again and do the outer edge of my under eye. Just to deepen it and then blend that up here. Now I'm going to go in with the glitter. So I think I want to take Fantasy, which is this one right here, and I'm going to use my finger and just pack that onto the lid. Oh my goodness, holy crap. This is kind of tough because I have fake nails on. Maybe I should try going in with a brush because I haven't had fake nails on for a while, and I'm not totally used to using them. I don't think a brush is going to pick up pigment as well though. Yeah. I'm gonna go back in with my fingers, try that again. The problem is with my nails, I can't like get as close to the inner corner of my eye as I would like to. But I've been like, I started out really close to the camera and then I started like leaning back. But the glitter is so pretty. And it just goes really well with the colors that I've used. Like the color selection in this palette is really nice because like everything goes together. There we go. Now I think I'm going to take this color Daydream, which is another glitter, and put that, try to put that on like my inner corner area. There we go. This would make a beautiful like all over face highlight. Like if Huda put this in like a highlight, like an individual pan as a highlight, I would buy it. It's just a really beautiful like light pink. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and finish my makeup and then I will come back to you guys and do an overall review. Okay guys, so my overall review for this palette is that I love it. I think the colors are just so easy to use. I love the color selection in this palette. I love the glitters in this palette. I don't know, what are these called? The chunky glitters, or the ones, they look chunky but they're not super chunky. These ones go on so easy with your finger. With a brush it's a little more difficult. I did not try spraying my brush, that might help a bit, but I usually put glitters on with my finger anyways. Overall I just love it. I did notice when I was putting on my highlighter, I did notice that I did have some fallout from the glitter shades on my under eye. Not a ton, but a little bit, so if fallout does bug you, there's a tiny bit with the glitter, but overall, like as far as the mattes go, there was no fallout whatsoever. So I think that this is just an overall really amazing palette. Again, I went in to this review knowing that it was good because I had like gone into Sephora and swatched it so many times. I already knew how the eyeshadows felt and how they swatched and what they looked like, but I am just so excited to continue to play with this. And that is it for today's Get Ready With Me / review of the Huda New Nudes palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like these quick little simple review videos because I can of course do more. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.